Yo. Aloha and blessings, everyone. Aloha and blessings. Welcome in to the Sunday Saloon. I am Beastman. Let's get these intros out of the way right quick. Mr. Spider, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing well. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah. Mr. Rohlin the Wretched, how you doing, brother?
Yes. Not looking forward to this at all.
That's an Odyssey hangover right there.
He looks like he's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
You
You haven't seen what I have seen. Yeah, you have not seen what I have seen.
The Tempest.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Donna Doc, how you doing, sis?
Well, I thought I was off duty today, but I might have to treat Roland's PTSD from Odyssey. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Miss Macarah Mac, how you doing, darling?
Doing pretty good. How's everybody else?
All right. Pigeon, come on, bro. You knew you were next, man. What's up?
Get on with it. Just get on with it. We know what we're here. Just get on with it.
And Mr. Graham Robbins joining us on a fine Sunday. What's up, my brother?
Ahoy, hoy, meatbags. Yeah, no practice today or next Sunday. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We get Graham for 2 Sundays in a row, man. All right.
playing hooky.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm Beastman. I may or may not be streaming over on my X, the Beast87. So if you're over there, there's no way for us to monitor comments. But hey, what's up, y'all over there? How y'all doing?
What's going on with X? I've been shadow banned as well, or ghost banned again, which is nothing unusual for me.
Mr. Spider, we running this chat, my brother?
Yeah. The Jim is here. Hello.
Jimmy.
Man Hatfield. Hello.
Hey, sir.
We have jumping on me. Oh, there he is. John Ambler. Hello.
What's up, brother John?
Mego is here. Hello. Always good to see you.
Aloha, my darling.
And if I missed anybody, it's jumping a lot. So if I'm sorry, just put your name in there. I'll bounce it. And if not, we'll get you during the show.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Spider, I know you got something cooked up, real quick. Johnny, I gotta send you something, man. I'm shooting you something over on the X real quick. So watch out for that, man. All right, Spider. What's up, dog? Yep, go for it.
I had my own Odyssey in the past 3 days. I watched Troy. I watched the director's cut. I watched the Armand Asante version of the Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
All yesterday, I, for the first time, binge read the Odyssey all day from beginning to end. And just as of an hour ago, I got out of the theater for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Well, you're just a glutton for punishment there.
Damn, man.
This is a Nolan boy talking, though. So, what is your quick verdict before we get into it? Oh, that's bad enough as it is.
It's not. There's good things in it.
Mm-mm.
I was falling asleep at parts.
Heard that.
You're
I'm still
echoing.
trying to wrap it around my head because I'm like, I did like this, but now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, was it really that good, that part?
So you're having secondhand regret whilst the film is going.
While I'm speaking as we're going.
While you're speaking. Right, that's not so bad.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go headlong into this and do it all. Read the book. At least the Armand Asante version. It's cheesy. It's made for TV, but it moves, and it's fun to watch. And Troy is just a superior movie overall.
Yeah.
Watching that, I watched it 100 times and watched this movie again. But let's roll it on forward because I did my homework for this whole thing.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Clearly.
All right. So do we want to, let's pull up, if Roland doesn't care, we can pull up his review and play it and see. Do you want to suffer?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Watching DMC.
Believe me, it could have been. I played with going full Ryan Kennel on this one, and then I decided, well, I actually want to keep my YouTube channel. Believe me, I had some serious stuff keyed up for clips and shit. I was just going to go absolutely berserk. No, you don't even. Well, yeah, I was for the most part. All my criticisms are real criticisms. I didn't like bring anything out. It's just at one point I say in the video that if I don't stop this video is going to just keep going on because I can drone on.
You said that,
literally.
and then you kept on going on for about another.
Well,
10
no,
minutes.
I said I was going to talk about 2 more things, and then I was going to try and wrap it up, which is basically what I did. I did bring up 2 more things, and then I tried to wrap it up. But I mean, I could have literally run on for I could talk. We're at 12 right now. I could talk past 2 o'clock about this very easily, all by myself. I could literally filibuster this show for the next 2+ hours and not run out of things to talk about this stupid movie. But yeah, go ahead and if you guys got my video,
there was no point of having Ellen Page's character at all.
Well, that's because it's not in the Iliad and it's not in the Odyssey.
Yeah,
Sinon is from the Aeneid, which is Virgil's version of the Odyssey.
Yeah,
it's the Roman version.
Yeah,
and
what? There was no point to have the character, even if it wasn't a version of the Odyssey.
I think what Metatron,
especially not even the way they used it, because they don't even use it the way it goes in the Aeneid. This isn't even how it happens in the Aeneid. At least in the Aeneid, it made sense explaining how Sinon's character is used in the Aeneid as opposed to not existing in the Iliad or the Odyssey. Yeah. And it makes perfect sense, except for the part where somehow shepherds can meet with the king. That one always just, Virgil, you're going to have to explain that one to me in another life or something like that. Because
and I was laughing my ass off when she was running. And the armor, which is too big
I said as funny as all the memes were, that was actually funnier. I actually laughed in the theater when I saw that.
It was bad, putting a child in.
It's horrible.
Oversized.
Yeah, that's really bad. I mean, obviously,
it's when the meme becomes reality. That was basically it. Right.
That's what I've heard. Exactly what the meme is. Literally,
so,
what
Macarah,
happens
what
to
were
him,
you
but with
saying?
arrows.
I was saying that, so Metatron made a good point that they were going to cast Ellen Page as Achilles, but because of the backlash, they went with a different route and kind of.
I don't buy that. I do not buy that because you would have had to rewrite half the movie. because Sinon is mentioned in practically every act. I mean, he's pretending to be Sinon at the end. That's his disguise. Is he says, "I'm Sinon. I'm a warrior from the Trojan War that served with Odysseus." That's
so.
his
Is it true
disguise.
that he's pretending to be Achilles, and then it turns out he's Synod or Sinon?
No.
No,
This was all conjecture. It's the one thing that isn't true about this.
Okay.
He was never supposed to be Achilles.
No.
He was always supposed to be Sinon. That's the character that they. And going back to what Spider said, though, that doesn't change the fact that it doesn't belong in this story at all. And that's the problem. They threw Elliot Page in, gave her a role that didn't deserve because Christopher Nolan wanted to help out a buddy. And that's all it is. Because you can't
Oscar bait.
Yeah.
Well, right. And then, like, so, because Odysseus, it's been since fucking high school. And I've been in a lot of fights and done a lot of drugs since then. But, so he's supposed to meet ghosts, right? And then, like, they're supposed to, like, reveal to him, they're supposed to be, like, him reflecting or helping him reflect on his life or his decisions and whatnot, right? Like, there's a fucking purpose to him meeting these particular people. Right?
And Achilles is in that scene in the book.
Right, and Achilles is one of them, right? So if they didn't do any of the people he was supposed to meet, what was the reflection that Sinon or whatever brought? What was the purpose or the, what was her part in it then?
That was the swap part where it should have been Achilles telling him the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but you would think that they would replace it with some kind of lesson, right? I mean, with some kind of something, right?
Is it the same speech? Because Achilles talks about how he let down his men and
because
stuff.
Sinon strictly talks about why didn't you trust me, telling me that you guys were inside the Trojan horse. So this is just
so they didn't.
This is just more PTSD for Odysseus. This is all. All that.
Yeah, I'm hearing that a lot as well. That word
deconstruction.
Right. So there's no deep meaning to it. There's no fucking lesson to be learned from it. Nothing. Not really.
Trust women.
Honestly, Agamemnon is Agamemnon, and I forget the name of the blind person. The blind person tells him how to get home. No, the blind one in hell. Spider.
The one
I haven't read this. I haven't read the Odyssey since I was in high school. So everything I was doing in my review was strictly off my memory.
Like the song.
Right. That actually happens because that's how he finds out how he's going to beat the gods and get home. This is the way he's got to get home. That guidance is given. Also, I believe he actually talks to Agamemnon, and Agamemnon just basically warns him about going home because his home greeting, didn't go so great. And the problem I have with that is not the fact that he was killed by his wife, Clytemnestra, who is the sister of Helen of Troy. The reason he's killed is the problem I had, because in the Odyssey, he's killed because she's just a cheating whore. Sorry if I screwed up the YouTube thing, but
let it fly.
I'm gonna say it for what it was. The whole time Agamemnon's gone,
throwing whore. That's what you said.
She's getting banged by somebody else, and they decide to kill him when he gets back so they can take the throne. And the irony, of course, is Agamemnon's son then, in turn, when he becomes age, kills both of them. So that's just all sorts of happiness.
Because that basically
sounds like a good fucking story. That's what that sounds like.
That's all Greek tragedies, to be fair.
And why did they choose to do American accents?
See, that pulls me.
Because we're too stupid.
Yeah, that's where we go into the Romeo and Juliet thing, where
we're too stupid. The change of the language and the accents is because we're too stupid to understand Homer. That's basically what Christopher Nolan is telling the audience. You guys are too freaking retarded to understand all this, so I'm going to dumb it down for you.
Perhaps we were too harsh on you, Kevin Costner, for Prince of Thieves.
He would have died for you.
No, but everybody who's like in English or something of that actor, like you would think like Robert Pattinson would like do his native
He's English.
wherever he was from in England.
Yeah.
You know, his natural English or
Sniveling
some other characters. I'm like, why are they speaking? Why? It would actually sell the plot better.
And you know what? Fucking miss me with all that bullshit. Because what's his name? Fucking Mel Gibson did that whole fucking movie, Apocalypto or whatever, in like some native fucking language. The entire fucking movie, right?
It's in Mayan.
Is in Mayan.
Yeah.
And that
Romeo
fucking
and
movie,
Juliet
that movie is fucking epic, dude.
But he was racist for doing that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, he was racist for doing that. Like I said, I said it immediately the moment the movie starts, I lost my immersion, which actually beats the cliff because it took me about 5 seconds to lose my immersion there. I lost it immediately because basically the bard is Homer and the bard is black.
You know how badly I wanted to shove his stick up his ass?
Yeah, exactly.
He bothered
and we're getting some
anatomy in this movie.
We're getting some bang rap at the beginning. Yeah. I don't know how else to describe it, but he's recounting the tale of the Trojan War to bang rap, and that's all I can call it because they're banging their stabs or sticks or whatever you want to say as he's rapping along here. I'm just going, oh, fucking hell. Why am I even here? I wanted to get up and leave right then. But I'm like, oh, I paid my money.
Yeah, I've actually heard that from a lot of people. That the music and the sound mixing and the
my god,
themes and all that.
The sound mixing is horrible. The sound mixing is horrible.
My ears are still legit hurting from the mixing.
Yeah, because they said that there's moments where it's dead quiet and then the sound just shoots through the roof and everybody was holding their ears because it was so loud.
I held my ears at a couple of parts and it was just like, you gotta let it go. Like,
Macarah, darling, you're on the panel. Say something.
Travis Scott started the war. Yeah, well, I believe that.
One thing, Macarah's on the panel. She's in here typing in chat.
He started the race.
People like to overtalk people. Macarah, just cut them off and just say, "Hey, look, I got." Something
Yeah, just cut them off and say you got something to say.
Yeah, there's no manners.
If you don't, I'm just gonna filibuster this thing. So.
Yeah, I was just making a joke that Travis Scott starts stampedes at his concert, so he really started the war.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Speaking of cutting shit off, what's up with them scarring her fucking face? This is a clip I saw on Twitter. I haven't watched the movie, full disclosure. I have no fucking plans to watch this stupid fucking movie.
Good.
That was about domestic.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the whole deal. For whatever reason,
Jamie, pull it up. We got a picture of that, of her scarred face. I think it's all over Twitter.
When Telemachus goes to Sparta to speak to Menelaus, hoping that he has some word on Odysseus, he basically brags that she's now the face that sailed 500 ships, and you kind of turn and you see that she's scarred half her face. He's scarred half her face. He never says it, but we're to assume that that's what's happened here, which again totally doesn't make sense. If you're familiar with it, Menelaus actually wants to kill Helen, but he sees her again and immediately falls back in love, and they go back to Sparta and they actually live happily ever after. So this is totally odd.
Her godhood. She gets her goddesshood, and from Zeus, she gets her goddesshood, and then she basically goes back and forth between ruling with Menelaus and living on Olympus.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, isn't she like a daughter of fucking Aphrodite or something?
No, daughter of Zeus. She's a daughter of Zeus and of a mortal. She's basically a demigod, like Heracles.
Yeah, because Zeus.
I don't know. All the gods fucking each other. I've watched Blood of Zeus. Everybody's fucking each other on Olympus.
Nephilims all over the place.
But yeah, so why in the world would you scar that face? I mean, if you're gonna damage her, yeah. Why are you gonna do
face,
that?
No. Hey, listen.
I know, but I'm supposed to believing that is the face
Right.
that sailed 1,000 ships. So if I'm supposed to be immersed into that, then I have to question why. I've got to look at that for the rest of my life. Why am I doing that?
We know why. Man bad.
Well, that's basically it.
But that's the undercurrent of it, right?
Well, yeah, that's the undercurrent. Women are awesome. Men are shit.
Yeah, they basically made it a domestic dispute.
Yeah. So he's doing
another thing, like in myth, is that the gods are supposed to bleed gold, so it'd be kind of nice to actually get that. We only got that in like Gods of Egypt. It's like, and that's supposed to be for Greek mythology, right?
Speaking of that, Gods of Egypt. Has anybody seen that and the Odyssey? Roland, Fighter, you guys, have you seen both?
Yeah.
I have not seen Gods of Egypt.
Been a while, but I've seen it.
I've seen bits of Gods of Egypt a while ago. I
was just curious if it was better than the Odyssey.
Really remember.
Oh yeah, even though it's highly inaccurate and it's visually very green screen all around, but still it's a lot more palpable.
It's got better armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a lot more palpable than this, even if it's very, very inaccurate. Gerard Butler kills the show.
Oh, Mego, be quiet.
When I say better armor, I mean
that's a feminist vision.
Look at this guy.
Next Tuesday.
Look at this guy coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Did anybody else
went to get cigarettes? Yeah.
Did anybody else pick up on the fucking cat? The irony of Sinon, and again, I know Sinon is in the Aeneid. He's not even in the Iliad or the Odyssey, but he's also in Homer's Divine Comedy, and he's I remember what level of hell he's in as somebody who is a liar and
a cheat,
and not authentic. I find the irony that here's Elliot Page talking about their authentic self and how their truth and stuff, and it's like you play a character who's literally doomed to damn.
I don't think he looks.
Oh, I didn't miss the irony.
Than her.
I thought from that point it was perfect. It was for perfect casting.
Perfect
You're
casting.
casting somebody's delusional as a liar. That's perfect. So they're lying about themselves, and why not make them a liar in the movie too?
And
probably got a lot of experience.
We see in the movie. Why do they make them look so bland? Like, can you put them in? First of all, what's her name? The resting bitch face. That was just like
Zendaya.
Anybody could have played that role the way it was written.
Oh, Zendaya, yeah, she. Yeah. Well, and then at the end we find out that the gods are basically figments of our imagination. That just really pissed me off.
And Calypso as like a fucking
white
picture woman.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Calypso in the Odyssey is basically like one of the most horrible characters in it. She basically kidnaps Odysseus for 7 years and essays him.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that was missing, first of all, it should have been Charlize Theron about 20 years ago, not Charlize Theron 50 plus. Sorry, that doesn't work. And of course, the other thing that was missing is that if it is Charlize Theron, then they should have had 3 trans kids together. So,
Jim's asking in the chat, which director would have been a better fit for this movie? Which one do you think?
Mel Gibson.
Gibson would have done a great job with this.
Probably Gibson, yeah.
I just put my answer in the chat.
I feel like Inarritu would have done okay with it.
Yeah, he could have done. Yeah.
Michael Bay would have added explosions.
Michael twice it bothered me.
Okay, so listen.
He has the bow and arrow. And
Devil's advocate, right? Real quick. Sorry, spoiler. Isn't Christopher Nolan supposed to be the guy? Like, wouldn't Christopher Nolan be the guy to do a movie like this, though? Like, shouldn't he have made a great fucking Odyssey? No? Am I alone in this?
He's
No,
good
this wasn't. This isn't
certain
in his
things.
wheelhouse. This isn't in his wheelhouse.
He has
He's good
issues
at
with sound
flashbacks. I'll give
quality
him that.
too.
No, right. But what I'm saying is, doesn't he have the fucking chops to do it? Shouldn't
No,
he have
doesn't.
been able to fucking do it? No, not at all. No.
Because he
He's
doesn't.
obviously
It's
not.
directly contrary to Christopher Nolan likes to ground everything. This is about gods and monsters. Okay, this is high
Cool. Okay.
elevation stuff. This is not grounded, and when he grounds it, he ruins the story. That's one of the major problems with this. By grounding it, by taking the gods out of this, who are significant players, especially in the Iliad too, but even more in the Odyssey. Everything that happens to Odysseus is basically the work of the gods.
Right.
And Christopher Nolan's completely removed that, and he's completely changed the whole plot of the story by removing the gods from this. And
It's basically like making Jason and the Argonauts, but taking out the gods' involvement and all that.
Yeah.
See, I
It's any of
find
these
that
stories.
stupid.
Okay.
You have to have
Follow
the
up question.
monsters, but not the gods.
Right. Follow up
That makes
question then.
sense.
Right. Follow up question. Then why was he given this movie? If
Because
a
he's
couple of
spending
randos on the internet on a YouTube channel can come up with that and be like, no, this is why he shouldn't have been for A, B, C, and D reason, and this is what he's used to, and this is why he'd ruin it. Why do you think he was given this movie?
Because this is Hollywood's last opportunity to show that the message works and you can make $1 billion off of it.
Fair point.
If he doesn't make this movie a success, they're completely screwed. That means all their messaging is done, and they're going to have to pivot, and they're going to have to pivot fast. If this somehow, which is why I say I usually don't say anything about this, but I'm going to tell everyone who ever asks me, do not go see this fucking movie. Do not give it a penny or a second of your time. It doesn't deserve it. Do not see it on VOD. Do not acknowledge it in any form, because you are doing a disservice to the entire world in doing so. This nonsense needs to stop. They need to learn a lesson, and the only way they learn lessons is monetarily. They have to be broken.
And that's why I don't go hate watch movies and stuff, just to see what it is. I know you guys do it for reviews because that's part of your channel, but but
we're not even here hate reviewing them. We're not hate reviewing. We're reviewing things that happen to be hateful. It's just, we wanted this film to be good, you know.
To the
end, I know
end
people that go hate watch it just so they can like complain about it.
There are some.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just personally not going to put myself through that because I don't do reviews. I understand where Roland's coming from, but I mean, there's been people in my town, like at work, they went and hate watched it just so they could bitch about it. And I'm like, why would you give them the money? Because even if you hated it, they're still getting your money. So
that's like buying a Tesla and setting fire to it.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
To Roland's point about don't give them money, you're already seeing the articles, whether Variety and Deadline, they've already put out, singing its praises and how it, it's breaking records. And then they'll say, well, it didn't beat Deadpool and Wolverine, but it's still number 2 R-rated opening all time, blah, blah, blah. The parallel I'm seeing is Batman v Superman and the kind of numbers it put up in its first week. And then the second week drop. I've been saying all along, I think this is going to have a banger opening and just fly into the side of a fucking mountain because it's not going to have.
Do we know? Because it is Sunday. Do we know the numbers yet?
It's not going to have any sort of Barbenheimer hype behind it. It's not going to have any of that. Not to mention, you've got Peter Parker here in 2 weeks. That's going to completely knock this thing off, even if it hasn't crashed already. But I don't see this thing legging out, unlike Batman v Superman, which did what, 850 thereabouts in its entire run. I don't think this does that. I still think this is going to land around the 600 million mark, maybe even lower. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't. It's not going to be the $900 billion flick that people were saying. I don't think it does. Roland, do you think that? Or
I agree. everybody's trying to compare this to Oppenheimer, and the whole thing with Oppenheimer is Oppenheimer had two things going for it. It had a clear runway for several weeks.
Yep.
It had nothing. It had basically nothing else in the theater except for Barbie, and it was playing off Barbie. And that's the second thing Oppenheimer had going for it. It had Barbie, so the guys were going to see Oppenheimer, and the girls were going to see Barbie, for the most part. This does not have that, and like I said, you know, as everybody's mentioned, in 10 days, it's going to run into a brick wall called Spider-Man Brand New Day. And Spider-Man's going to take right now, the only thing this is doing really well in are the premium format screens. And most of those are going to be gone in 10 days because
and the sound on them in the normals is bad.
And I don't think, and seeing a lot of this Nolan has a lot more fanatics than either Snyder or Gunn. But I don't think they're going to go back and see this if they can't see it in a premium format screen.
I wanna hit on this real quick. Sorry, Roland. So, and chat will correct me, obviously, but I feel like we all projected around this number. Like, I remember saying maybe 750, 800 cap on this. I don't think it was $1 billion. I think we're all around that number. I didn't realize at the time that it was 750 to break even, though. When we had originally talked about it, I didn't realize it was 750 to break even.
Well, everyone was talking about it. It was going to be $1 billion film, so I was being nice when I said 900 million. I thought if it does well and it just gets a bit of blowback, it'll probably make 900. And I don't think it's even going to make that. Like 850, I think I went down to eventually. And it's going to. It depends on what. If we know the numbers now, we can have a good marker. But like you said,
what happened to me today again, going into the movie theater? Guess what the movie theater did again? Take a wild guess.
So they had a lot of bought tickets for a regular theater that were bots.
There were empty.
It happened.
Did you have a lot of space to see your movie?
For those first,
I'm not surprised.
There was supposed to be a lot of people there. There was not one person in one of those 4 rows.
Yeah, and I saw another clip. It wasn't Angry Joe; it was another guy, and he showed being in the cinema, and it was just him and like 3 other guys.
Now let me get this. I just want to clear this up. There were people there.
Yeah, just not as many as wasn't a full house.
Not as much as they projected on the seating chart at all. But there were people there.
So they're still padding the numbers, though. They're still doing the box.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's as we've discussed, comes out of the marketing. That's
all studios.
The marketing the marketing, I believe, for this was 125 million. I believe that's actually a real number. Interesting. Shout out to Valiant Renegade. By the way, if you don't watch Valiant Renegade, you should watch him every once in a while.
He breaks it down.
He has destroyed everyone. Now they're having to start mentioning all these other things, the Hollywood Reporter and stuff like that, because of Valiant Renegade's work. They're actually having to report marketing, which they never did before.
No,
because of him, because he's called them all to the mat. They have to do that. It's got to drive them absolutely insane. Paul Tassi in particular. I guarantee Paul Tassi hates Valiant Renegade to no end. But he's done. He's done Valiant, bro. And they can't refute him, so they can't beat him, so they've had to join him. They've started reporting the marketing budget. Now they still play around with the margins because they'll say, "Well, we don't know how much they got back in tax credit. We don't know how much." They're gonna make when they sell the movie off to whoever for phase 2 or whatever they call it when a movie goes to streaming. But basically now they're having to acknowledge, like I said, this movie has 375 million into it. So if you double that, and by the way, that's another thing they have to acknowledge now, is that basically you have to double it because the theaters take half for the most part. So 375 is 750. That's where you get your 750 break even. And he's done all that. So he just gets massive props on that. And I mean, he has just destroyed them. He's broken them down to the point now where they have to conform to him. He's not conforming to them. And that's just beautiful.
That's the basic breakdown, right? Is double, but isn't it double and some change? Because the markets are different and they get less.
It all depends.
On the market.
We do the 50. We do the 50. Most of international, you throw out China and you throw out a couple other places because they're basically assholes. But mostly internationally,
2 weeks.
Mostly internationally, you're going to get about 43 back, 43% back. In the U.S., you're going to get somewhere in the 50 range. It's going to be over 50, somewhere as high as 55%.
Yeah.
Okay.
50 is realistically the average.
The reason why we just say 50 and we don't want to complicate it. And there's a lot of other things that come in. Like a lot of times, depending on the movie, the theaters will take their money up front. So they'll front load movies, and that skews the calculation too. Like I said, if a movie makes more money internationally than it does domestically, well, that throws off the 50% too, because like I said, international, you're only getting about 42, 43% somewhere in there. So you would actually need more than 50% if it's that heavily loaded, because the most of it, you're not getting 50% back. But like I said, then I'm completely complicating everything. And the math just becomes ridiculously screwy. So it's just easier to say, listen, we're going to call it 50 and leave it there. It's really easy. Most people can do the math and times a number times two, and there's your freaking break even, without going into the mess that is actually how it actually works. I mean,
don't forget that the numbers are going to be skewed too because of the IMAX.
Yeah, realistically, ad will take away about 20 million, and that's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew the reasoning, but I'm not as eloquent as Mr. Rohlin is. So I thought I'd ask the question and have him explain it. But yeah, so that was basically my figuring. Is we do the 50 because it's easy and it's easier for people to understand too. Yeah.
Macarah brought up a good point in the chat. You said Troy worked and it was beautiful, but it was still grounded and the gods are only mentioned. I think that's a really good way to put it. I think like The Northman is a really good, there's
The Northman was good. I like The Northman.
That's a fairly long movie. It's a long tale. There's not action in the whole thing, but it works. And it's implied that there's supernatural stuff going on, but it's not, front and center. I think you either go that route or you go the sort of Clash of the Titans route where they are very actively involved, but it's boom, 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 boom.
Even Jason and the Argonauts, that had a lot of
Jason and the Argonauts.
You had
Jason and the Argonauts. The original Clash of the Titans had a lot of the gods in it. They were very meddlesome, and that's the correct way of doing it. Here's even worse than the gods, though. Here's where Christopher Nolan really got screwed by being so grounded. When they actually break through Troy. Okay, first of all, you look at the walls of Troy compared to actually Troy, and in this movie. In the movie Troy, I would say they're probably 30, 40 feet high. You can't really scale those suckers, and the gate was like monstrous. I mean, another comparison I would compare it to is when we're in the Return of the King. The gate of Minas Tirith was basically almost indestructible. You needed a super weapon basically to break the gate of Minas Tirith. And then, of course, after that happens, we get to the Fourth Age. The dwarves made one out of mithril for them, which nobody getting through. No how, no when, no way. But going back to the Odyssey, that gate there, I could have farted on that thing and blown it open, okay? And again, that's where he gets And the walls were only like 15 feet high. You could throw ladders up and scale over them.
Yeah, you could have scaled it, no problem.
So they didn't drawn to knock down the gate, huh?
How come they can't see the army either?
Small.
Sorry, Macarah.
Yeah,
and the army is just waiting outside, literally waiting outside the door.
Well,
the world building looked very small. Even just in the trailers, like in the pictures, it all looks so bland and small, and just you go into these immersions expecting like something like Avatar, like even had like great world immersion, and then you go into Go ahead. Go ahead, Roland.
No, go ahead.
You're good. I'm good. I'm done.
You're supposed to have 50,000 Greeks waiting outside that gate. And what we see, maybe 100 people running through Troy at tops when they get in. You might have 100 people running around. I mean,
even a good
where is the scale? That's not epic to me.
Well, I'll make that comparison.
Yeah, and you know what? All the shit they talked about it. Even fucking 300 did those epic battle scenes pretty fucking heavy. Like, when something like fucking 300 can pull off, an epic battle feel, and you can't do it in something like this, it's kind of like, eh.
Well, Troy did it.
300 was very small compared to like world building scale, because a lot of it was, but it still felt like a battle.
But the battle still felt epic, which was exactly the point. Yeah, like, how can they do that with something on that smaller scale, like Macarah was saying, and still make it feel epic? And yet you have this chance to do an actual epic fucking, the storming of fucking Troy, right? The fall of fucking Troy. Yeah. And nothing.
Well, that's my comparison, because in Troy, the movie Troy, when they get inside and then they make the signal with the fire, and then the Greek troops are ready to go, but they start from basically the beach area and storm all the way across the fields, all the way until the gate is open, and then that's the whole thing. This, like you said, you have your 15 feet high walls, which I guess they're blind, the archers and the sentries, and then they basically just open the door and, hello, the Greeks are there, that's it. Like, so nobody saw this or heard this. It was just really bad.
It was horrible. Yeah, and like you said, where are the people on the walls? What, none of them decided to look down and go, oh, look, 50,000 Greeks. Holy shit.
Yeah,
exactly. Having an argument with someone over an African.
Kind of hard to miss that, even in the dark. And the other thing that I had the problem with is once Odysseus and his men get there and they're opening up the gate, they are under no cover, and the Trojans show up, and they have a whole bunch of archers, and they managed to not hit one fucking Greek. All those Greeks should have been fucking dead, okay? Before they got the gate open, I'm like, okay, when are you going to open up the gate? Because these archers are going to kill you. Oh, I guess they're not. Boy, do they suck. And by the way, with the bow, and I know why they sucked, because no one was taught archery in this whole entire movie. The way they were shooting bows is retarded, okay? Even Odysseus.
They learned from Paris, apparently.
Let's see what else they're saying. Let's see what else everybody else is saying about it.
I mean, that seems fair. 49%. That's probably about right from what I've seen.
Yeah. What have we got here on the critic list? I mean, is it an overall love or hate, or what are they doing?
I feel like the 90s are trolling, but it could be people really loved it. But sometimes it feels like trolling.
Nowhere close to that.
98.
Wasn't it Jeremy said that he loved it and the haters need to get over it?
Oh, he's got more dislikes than likes on his.
Yeah, Jeremy's getting dick punched in Vegas, okay? I guarantee you that.
What does the 90 actually say?
For his sorry ass.
Yeah, what does the 90 review actually say about it?
Incredible filmmaking achievement. Okay, right there.
Besides a couple of bizarre casting choices. I love the film, and I'm excited to watch it again.
Yeah, but the next one.
This is a fucking Nolan, bro.
Just saw the Odyssey, and my out of the theater review is an adaptation of the Odyssey. 4 out of 10, missing a lot of key parts of the journey, but essentially the same story. Here's a 78.
Yeah, like, If you can get past some stupid casting choices, this is a good movie, just not one of Nolan's best. I think that probably sums up what
and
most
to me,
people are saying.
It's a good movie, just not one of Nolan's best, and that deserves a 78. I don't know, call me cynical, but I mean, to me, if you're saying it's not his best, that's a 50, 60%, right?
It makes Tenet look a lot better than it actually is.
Is that a zero? Is this a zero?
Completely boring, historically inaccurate, and some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. Wouldn't recommend this to my worst enemy.
I like the one below it though. That
revolutionist Marxist nonsense.
No,
better entertainment.
Revisionist. Yeah, it's revisionist Marxist nonsense. Yes, that is actually pretty close. This was meant to be derisive, and it was meant to prompt a response.
Well, that's accurate
It
too,
was
because of what they
proactive.
did with what's his name, Matt Damon, Odysseus. How he's like, "Oh, the war was bad. I was doing bad things, and I'm a bad person." And it's just like, that's not what I read in the book. Odysseus, he did bad things, but he was a strategic mind. He was smart. He was a warrior. He was a man.
Yeah, you don't get any of that in this movie either.
Nope.
I know, like Matt Damon to me, he's not like he was a fantastic actor when he was younger, but I think he just feels very overhyped a lot of the time. Like I don't think he's fantastic. Like I think maybe Daniel McPherson would have been a better Odysseus. There's a lot of different actors I think would have been a better fit.
I would even have settled for
So if you look at this expired D's one, he's come up as a decent at 50%. But if you read what he says, nothing he says there is a good sign for the film. Everything he's saying is against, like the Christopher Nolan signature loud mixing, drowning out the dialogue, the muddy colour palettes, and some petty divisive casting choices like Elliot Page and Lupita Nyong'o. The actual journey felt rushed just to spend an hour focusing on the drama back in Ithaca. The movie is mid. Nothing special. We get it. Men have done horrible things throughout history and women have suffered. The film's heavy focus on that theme felt repetitive and heavy-minded. But yet it still gets a decent because 50% is a decent. So,
that's the same thing as Chris Gore. He basically had a lot of problems with this and still gave it like a 5.56. And I
Which
said,
is fair.
I told Chris, I was like, you're being too kind, dude.
Yeah, it's fair. It's just I don't think that a 50% there that after what he said should be classed as decent. It should be like one below, just so it's not in the decent section, you know.
Well, it's like it's like saying you have a turd that stinks. You know it stinks.
Yeah, it's a bit polished.
But it's an okay turd, I guess.
Yeah, but it was my turd.
Well, Beardo can make cookies out of it. You guys that saw it, I've heard a lot of criticism about the muddy color palette, that it's just very muted.
It is.
I know that's a lot of Hollywood.
Muted.
It looks muted.
And that is what they're doing. Yes, they are going that way. That's more Marxism crap.
Right.
Because you don't want anything.
You would think with all the Rainbow Mafia motherfuckers in the fucking back rooms and shit that they'd have a more colorful fucking movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
in general.
But that was the same thing they were doing.
Grease too.
That was the same.
Grease was very colorful.
With the washed out.
The filters on it really are awful to the eye. Like the way it's like when they did like Troy, you had different color palettes, and it worked. You felt the world there. But this, it's like, it really makes it so small and just so uninteresting to look at when you're looking at just one color throughout the movie. Or it's too dark in some areas and you can't see.
I can't believe that. That next review sounds a bit sketchy.
I mean, proof that the fentanyl pandemic is still in full swing.
That's the video I saw out of theater.
Was it bad? Yes. Yes, it was.
Men, prepare my ship. We embark on an Odyssey. Yes, my king. What is an Odyssey? It's an epic story where only I survive.
Some meme I saw.
That's pretty.
Oh my god! Yeah, all the woke elements kept taking me out of it. Like Because he had the Indian guy and the Asian guy and then the black guy.
The black guy. We're Greeks.
Yeah,
yeah.
They literally say that at one point.
They say, as soon as he goes to VOD,
we're not sea people. We're Greeks. Oh no!
Was that in?
No, you're not.
Cersei's when they went to Cersei.
No, that's when they one of the first islands they come on, and they burn their own village because they thought Odysseus and his men were the sea people.
Yeah,
and he said, the old man says, "Well, I thought you were sea people," and they go, "We're not sea people. We're Greeks.
We're Greeks, motherfucker."
And by the way, yes, you get the F word at least 3 times in the movie.
Yeah,
From the black guy.
He's like, ugh.
I'm just like,
I'm not so bad with that, because how do you use an old word, swear word?
You don't use it.
Yeah,
you don't use it because there's no, just like dad and daddy.
Curtis.
If there's no reason to use it in the scene, then you don't use it.
There was no reason. The 3 times they used fuck, there was no reason to say fuck. Okay, right. I say fuck. There's a reason. They didn't need to use it.
I would expect them to like say, "Hey, you swine," more than anything else.
There you go. Except when they got turned into pigs, then that probably is a little inappropriate at that point. But
did they keep the part in the story where they go to the Lotus Eaters Island? Is that in the story?
they combined that with Calypso.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so Calypso is feeding Odysseus Lotus to make him to continue to cloud his memory until she thinks he's ready to remember and deal with his shit. Okay, that's basically what Calypso is.
Which is different to the book.
Calypso
Hermes does it.
Yeah. Calypso in the poem is an insufferable bitch who keeps him there for 7 years of her own accord. Like I said, essays her. And basically tries to bribe him with immortality when all he wants to do is go fucking home.
Yeah, that sounds like modern feminist gobbledygook, though.
Well, yeah, because Emily Watson couldn't handle that in her fucking... Boy, she couldn't have handled that one because one of her main women is a total insufferable bitch.
Well, they couldn't show the maids being killed either.
No, they couldn't show the maids being hung by Telemachus because that's what happens to them at the end.
Well, apparently, from what I've seen, most people, they say the pig change scene is good. It's quite a good scene.
That's one of the best things. Yeah, that is one of the best things. Actually, the whole thing. The only problem I had with that is Circe again is supposed to be hot. Samantha Morton is not.
She's okay looking, but she's not. I wouldn't class her as hot.
Yeah, and they even ugly-fied her a little bit more in this.
Yeah, she could look nice with makeup and stuff. She's one of those women that looks really nice with makeup.
I've seen
and they couldn't even
rather homely looking.
They couldn't even go with the real part of that because
him eating the
after they've in the poem, after Odysseus gets her to reverse the spell and everything, he actually, of his own fruition, stays with Circe for a year.
Yeah,
and they bang. And it's his own men. And this is where the distrust begins with his men, not in the film, which is almost at the very beginning. For some reason, right from the get-go in the film, his men distrust him. And it isn't until this part in the poem where Odysseus's men are kind of like, this guy seems to be on his own.
Yeah, because he drags them away from the island, doesn't he, basically, and breaks the spell in the book. So that's why they start distrusting him in the Odyssey. It's because he's dragging them away from. It's like the Captain Cook thing. You're dragging us away from heaven.
No, it's actually the opposite. He wants to stay with Circe.
Oh, he wants to stay,
and they want to leave. Because he's banging her for a year. He's having himself a grand old time. And the crew finally steps in and says, "Listen, dude, we got to go." And he reluctantly he goes off. But unless I'm remembering it wrong, Spider, but I could have sworn that's how that that part of the story goes.
Yeah, he's there for like a year, and then he just sleeping. He said like he lusts her every night or something like that.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, he bangs her every night. Which, come on, who's gonna bang Samantha Mortensen every night? Not that. See, that was my problem.
Yeah, that whole thing, that was like, and he didn't need the root to he just outsmarted, like, oh, I know.
Yeah, well, and he's warned in the poem. He's warned by Hermes. In the movie, he shoots a deer and it turns into a human being. So, again, there's a difference there as well. And I don't remember what the motivation. I mean, in the movie, Circe's motivation is, well, she's a bitch. Because Odysseus's men are nothing but nice to her. She's fearful when they first show up, and they're basically like, listen, we're not going to hurt you. We just want to have some food. That's it. If you can give us some food, we're cool. And for some reason, she just decides to turn them into pigs. I don't know if that's because, like, she can actually see what's inside of them or something. I don't know.
It's because men are pigs, right?
Yeah, I know, man. Women are awesome, men are shit. And I swear to God, if any of you say any of this after this episode, I'm going to lose my mind.
Like, why not make them act like fucking assholes then? Like, if that's the route you're going to go any fucking way, at least fucking lean into it and make them be fucking assholes. Why should have fucking chill?
Yeah, they are in the book. They are. They're quaffing and they're Vikinging it up basically, but not as Vikings. But they're basically. They should have.
They should have in the movie. They should have had them miss. At least it would have made sense, because this doesn't make any sense at all if you're watching the movie. What the hell did they do to deserve this? Nothing.
I'm shocked. And then with Oppenheimer in their bio gave it a 95. Totally not a Nolan, bro.
Oh
yeah, no, not at all. That's beautiful. Jeez, oh, God.
I think this comment right here. I still think the score might be too high. I haven't seen it yet, but Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is a tale of two films. On one side, it's a fascinatingly dark and somber interpretation of one of the greatest stories ever told. On the other hand, it's an oddly cast, clunkily written, janky adaptation that occasionally feels like it wandered onto the wrong soundstage.
I mean,
okay, there you go. But here's the reason why it's clunky. Now, there's a rumor that I heard that he actually, first thing to tell you about, in case you don't know about these 70 millimeter IMAX, you can't run anything more than 3 hours in them. At all.
You can only film up to two to 3 minutes at a time, which he updated, didn't he? He got it to go to 3 minutes.
Right. And the other problem is I heard he shot 8 hours of flipping film. To me, that tells me one thing, that this should have been a mini series and not a freaking film. And the second thing is you can tell he went to town, like he ginsued this freaking movie in editing, and that's why it's so clunky, is because he had to chop a ton of shit out of this that he shot to get it under 3 hours. So
you just said he meshed Calypso and the Lotus Eaters together. I mean, that seems to me.
Yeah. Well, and he glossed over the sirens. We don't even really get to see them at all.
They're just afar.
The thing is, we don't know if he actually filmed any of that.
You can see something on the rocks. You can't make out what they are. And then the Asian guy takes the wax out of his ears and jumps overboard.
But that was a good part of him jumping out.
That was hilarious. I thought that was funny.
I'm like, get rid of this guy. He doesn't belong here. But that's my second biggest complaint is the editing, because Odyssey is already nonlinear, the story itself, and with Nolan's nonlinear on top of it, and how he chops it up going back and forth, it just gets too jarring at times.
Yeah, and he's usually good at that, which is surprising.
Well, like I said, I think it was just way too much material he had to deal with.
It makes you want like that. I think this will make quite a lot of money, VOD, like after sales, but I don't like if they don't make enough in the cinema. I don't think it'd be enough to make up for it, but it will make a lot of money, like the Steelbook and stuff like that. And if he brings out a director's cut and then we see what he did drop out of it, because that's surely
Also,
coming.
Why do the Greeks have like shitty armor and everything, but they're able to shitty boats? They're able to construct a perfectly looking horse.
They obviously had good carpenters. That's terrible
Roland,
at bronze, great at carpentry.
Roland, you mentioned this should have probably been a series or something. If you wanted to do it in cinemas, why not do it like Denis Villeneuve is doing with Dune, and do like a part 1 and cut it off, like maybe right when they get to the Island of the Lotus Eaters or something? That would be a good sort of halfway point, and do a part 1 and a part 2. Or do you think because of the casting and everything, they know that you've got one shot at it, so it's got to be all in one film? Do you think? I mean, because Nolan's obviously not above doing, he did the Dark Knight trilogy and stuff, so he's not above doing that.
Yeah, I think you just hit the nail on the head, and that was something I think I said in my review, or if I didn't, I meant to. I would have went with a bunch of nobodies. I think this suffered from too many people being themselves and not being their characters in this movie. I disagree with the people that think there was outstanding acting in this. I don't think there was any outstanding acting in this. I think Matt Damon was playing Matt Damon. I think Anne Hathaway was playing Anne Hathaway. I mean, you can run down the line here. I think, Tom Holland was playing Peter Parker, playing Tom Holland.
John Leguizamo was the best part.
John. Oh God, I hated.
Oh, good old John.
I wanted to throw.
I've seen some people say they liked it
instead of the puppies. Screw that. Throw him off the fucking.
Oh, when I saw that, I almost walked out.
Let me ask you this: do you think filming 8 hours of this? Do you think maybe he was going to go for a part 2, and then just shit the bed and didn't bother to follow through with it, and just decided to keep it as a part 1?
If he did, he did it early doors.
No, I think Nolan.
I think this whole thing. I mean, I meant it seriously. I think this is him sniffing his own farts. I put that in my video, and I think this is basically Lucas with the prequels on steroids. I think that's why he shot 8 hours of film. He needed someone in there to get his shit straight, and there was nobody there because nobody can tell him what to do anymore, because he's basically that's why he was given this thing, is because he's basically the one person who can't screw up, except I think he just screwed up.
Yeah.
Did he screw up enough though to make it matter?
Well, that'll depend on the box office. But another thing, Scylla and Charbidis, they basically they glossed over them too. And boy, Scylla just looked like complete and utter shit. And here's another problem when you don't use CGI when you need to. Is that thing looked like complete and utter garbage. I didn't have a problem with the Cyclops. I actually thought the Cyclops was cool. The problem I had with the Cyclops is they completely ignored nobody. Yeah. But I didn't have a problem with the way the Cyclops looked. I thought that was that, and the transformation with Cersei, I thought were two of the best things about the movie. I thought the Cyclops looked great, in my opinion, especially since it wasn't CGI at all, basically.
Yeah, they superimposed it, right?
Yeah,
I can understand them taking the nobody bit out. I can understand them taking the nobody bit out, because if he's doing it as a grounded movie, then that is a bit too, not cheesy as such, but it's a well-known sort of joke about that happening. Nobody's coming to save me. That's I kind of get why he didn't want to put that in here if he's trying to make the whole film grounded. But if the rest of the film didn't work, you may as well have left it in. It
doesn't,
because this is meant to be cheeky anyway.
Yeah, but this showed his intelligence and engineering. See, Polyphemus was not the only Cyclops on that island. So when he gets blinded after they, by the way, they also got him drunk. So they got him drunk and then they blind him. Polyphemus is screaming out, "I've been blinded by nobody. Nobody is trying to kill me." The rest of the fucking Cyclops hear this and are like, "What drugs are you on, dude? What are you talking about? You're screaming about nobody."
Comedy-wise,
Which means they don't come and help, which means Odysseus and his men get away. That's how they get out of this situation. It's through his ingenuity, and they basically take that agency away from him. And they also take away, instead of him being a little arrogant at the end and basically announcing who he is, and that's why Poseidon curses him, and that's why they can't get home. Instead, he shoots an arrow into the eye of the already blind Cyclops because he's an asshole. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's insult to injury, in my opinion. And the Cyclops had already prayed in the cave for Poseidon to do something. So there was actually absolutely no reason for him to do that other than to say that Odysseus is an asshole.
Yeah,
which he's not.
It made no sense for him to shoot him again after that.
No.
Why did he do that?
No, yeah, he's not an arsehole. He's a sarcastic, sartorial anti-hero, if anything. He's meant to be cheeky a little bit worry. He's one of those characters. Well, he comes across as that, especially in all the adaptations that we've seen since, from or even people like that, like Jason and the Argonauts or Sinbad or anything like that. The main character is always realistically based on the Odyssey and based on Achilles and all of them, really. So for them to change it so suddenly like that, I get it, but does it work in this period of time with these actors? I mean, clearly not. Nothing you said has made me want to go see it. Put it that way.
I like Derek Anderson right here. He, if you and by the way, if you guys don't subscribe to the DA, he's awesome. This would work better. Any series are in the hands of a director that embraces the fantastical. He's talking exactly what you're talking about, Roland.
Yeah.
And the DEI stuff really stands out because of how little paid. Yeah, I mean. He's talking about not liking the DEI stuff. Good Lord. And everybody, I keep hearing people praise Pattinson's acting. Do you guys agree with Pattinson?
It wasn't that good.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't the worst, but am I going to say like it was standout? No, but
he was stand out.
No, it was nothing nobody stood out in this. I'm using the word. Nobody stood out in this movie. There.
A lot of these actors end up just kind of, they play themselves, and when they're not really playing, like Roland said, they're not really playing the characters they're meant to play. So it really feels like there's no change between the characters. You don't really say, "Oh, hey, well, this is Odysseus, he's this way," or there's,
and in the previews and stuff, it just seemed like none of the actors were really invested in their roles. It was everything in the previews.
It was just for a paycheck and for some virtue signaling.
That's exactly it. So what are the numbers showing on this?
And every time the DEI people came into it, like even though something good would have been happening, the DEIs come in and then take you right out.
Take you out.
That's how I felt.
Who do you think would have been a good director for this then? I mean, 10 years ago would have been Jackson, but now
definitely.
Yeah, I would still give it to Gibson. I would still give it to Gibson.
I have a Michael Bay version. It's like
Michael Bay would be funny. I mean, you definitely get something epic. I mean, accurate, probably not, but it would be epic.
Yeah.
Maybe Eggers. But I would definitely give it to Mel Gibson. Yeah. If you're going for accuracy and for respect to the source material.
Yeah.
I would definitely trust Mel.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good shout.
Except everybody in Hollywood hates him, so he would never get. They would never give it to him.
He could probably fund a miniseries if he wanted to.
He could,
even if it was crowdfunded.
Let's take a look at the numbers and see what they're showing.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, you got it. Cool.
See what we got going on that.
That's not as much as I thought it'd be. That's
Okay, is
nowhere near
that
what I thought
Spider?
it'd
Does
be.
that include the Sunday estimates?
Oh, is that? Oh, that's just domestic as well.
That's domestic.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad then.
Click on it. Click on the actual Odyssey.
On the Odyssey
Open up the
itself.
Odyssey. Yeah, and then scroll down a little, and it should show. Go to domestic. Up a little. Click on that, and that should give us the days if you scroll down a little. Okay, and that does include the Sunday.
Oh, that is tracking for about right, I suppose.
That's within it. That's the higher end of what they had it for. So
what's the
go
international?
back to the international and see what they
135.
There it is. There it is. Scroll up just a little. The whole international. I want to see the whole international for a sec.
Go all the way
there you go. Right there. Okay, so 264. Yeah, so it overperformed a little internationally.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit above. And if it 3X out, which where I was thinking was that's about let's see, 790, almost hit 800, which to me would still not be what they wanted if it 3X's out.
Yeah, that's break even numbers.
Yeah,
which,
it would
I
just
mean, for
be
them,
over
they'll see
break
as their
even.
success.
Yeah, but it won't be what they want. They definitely want a
Oh, no.
billion.
Yeah.
And because they want to be able to rub
if it makes 800 million, they'll be singing it from the fucking mountaintops, bro.
It'll be like the Superman.
We own the chuds and all that bullshit. Everybody's going to be popping off.
I mean, look at the percentage change on the dailies from between the 18th and 9th. It dropped from 18 to 24%. So people are losing interest quite quickly.
Well, those usually happen. You're going to have that. That's pretty standard drops.
Yeah.
Listen, Friday, you're always going to have a drop from Friday to Saturday because Friday's bundled in with Thursday and whatever other days that they have. Friday's like, let's say they do like Thanksgiving. Okay, where you're going to have probably most things doing screenings on Wednesday. Then you're going to have Thursday. All of that gets rolled into Friday. That's why you've got 51 million on Friday is because it was the 17.6 for the previews plus whatever happened on Friday. So if I'm doing the math here real quick, that's, let's see, what, 33.5 on Friday. That's the real number. Mm-hmm. That's the real Friday box office, which means Saturday actually outgrossed Friday, but Friday gets the benefit of having Thursday lumped into it, which is why it's always down. Saturday is the day most people go to see movies. That's just a natural fact. It's a day off. A lot of people don't have like the need, most normies don't have the need to go rush out there on Thursday night and go see this movie or see it Friday. They can wait till Saturday when they can actually relax.
And then we got to take into effect too that the IMAX numbers skew it a bit because they're higher price tickets.
Right, and that's
to a degree. I'm not saying
that may end up carrying them one more week. Like I said, it all depends on how many people are going to continue to go back to this and see it multiple times. And I just don't know. I mean, I would never see it again. You'd have to do something to me to get Calypso would have to capture me and tape my eyelids open to make me watch this again. But other people may have other opinions.
What is the thing that they said it on Friday Night Tights, and I had never heard this before on this past week, was that more people see the IMAX the second week?
Well, what they're saying is that the people that couldn't, because there's a limited amount of IMAXs and because Christopher Nolan basically told all his bros that you need to see this in IMAX. So a lot of people that couldn't get the screen because there's obviously a limited amount of screens. So the Nolan bros who couldn't see it the first weekend got tickets already for the second weekend because they were available. All right, if specifically for the premium large format, they went and bought some tickets. So that's what they're actually talking about. So it doesn't carry. Is that enough to carry it on its own for another week? And we don't have a precipitous drop. I don't know the math on that.
Not with Spider-Man coming.
But yeah, there's the problem. If that does carry it, it only carries it for one more week because
I mean the argument against that obviously is Barbenheimer, where you can have two films make $1 billion at the same time in the cinema, but that was a one-off. It doesn't happen very often, and from everything I'm hearing, I'm not hearing that the Odyssey is strong enough to compete with. Well, we don't know. Spider-Man might be crap as well, but
Spider-Man sells no matter what, good or bad.
Yeah. Oh, it certainly would the first week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had to get my Spider-Man tickets long before I got Odyssey tickets.
So basically,
my seats were gone. My seats were gone.
So if Spider-Man is good and word of mouth hits, then it's over for the Odyssey, really, numbers wise.
I don't even think it has to be good. I think if you just say, "Oh, you know, it's
just mid,"
people will go. Well, people are going to go regardless because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm good. It's the only film I'm going to probably go see this year.
Well, you know, we've come to that age of movie making where mid is the new good.
Yeah.
So,
that's why we're going back and watching.
Well, and a lot of people may also be looking at this as this may be the last one with Tom Holland and Zendaya, because I realize Tom Holland looks young, but he's aging out. I don't know how much longer he can go. And same thing with Zendaya. I just don't know how much longer people are going to buy.
Yeah, I think he'll do
Peter Parker and MJ. Yeah, I think you're going to see them. Well, him at least in Secret Wars, and then like I said, I don't know if we're going to do Spider-Man 5 with that cast. I don't know.
If they're going to do it, I think they should move. They should try. Is it Spider-Man 2040? I think that was it 2050 or something like that. That version that will something like that. Or no, that's Batman, isn't it? But I think they'll go another direction and they'll probably try and push Miles Morales if anything.
Yeah, I was going to say that might be where they pivot to, but I don't think that'll be that successful. I think
that's been too long. Was it 2 years since they were supposed to bring it out at the beginning of this year, and now it's been pushed back to next year, the beginning of next year.
Yeah, what the part 2 of that or whatever? Yeah, that didn't.
Part 2 of the film that no one watched the first one. Well, I certainly didn't.
Yeah, so I just don't know where they want to pivot from after this, but I just know, Tom Holland you've got to be a young person to do Spider-Man. Unless they're just going to totally like CGI everything that he's doing when it comes to fighting and stuff like that. Otherwise, your body your body starts to have enough of this.
Well, I mean, they hired him because he was a parkour expert and stuff like that. When he first started, he was not a gymnast, but he was like, that was his specialty. So when that starts to wane,
how many Spider-Man movies has he done so far?
He's done 3 movies. Well, this one 3.
I think 3, but he's been Spider-Man in 6 movies?
Yeah, right. Civil War onwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, and in the 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah, so 3 Spider-Man,
3 Avengers.
and 3 Avenger movies.
Civil War, Endgame,
6.
Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it just begins to it takes a toll on you. You age if you're one of these, if you're one of these action stars that has a lot of physicality in what they do, and he does have. Hey, that's why they had to hire someone that had that background, because there is a lot of physicality to this.
But I think he proved that he hasn't really got it anymore in Uncharted, which is all about parkour, really. And the script weren't great, but I think he showed he's aging out in that film.
Well, it's like
Because
he is a gymnast. He's a gymnast, so that did help. But when
Yeah.
you do age, your body, yeah, it wears on your body.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Okay, he's got another couple of films in him.
You know, he gets a lot of crap for playing Tom Holland or being, Peter Parker. And I know he was younger when he did this film. Did any of you guys see The Impossible with Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor? And he played. It was about the Boxing Day earthquake and tsunami. Tom Holland was in that, and
I remember that. I don't know if I saw it or not, but I remember the movie.
He did a very good job, and that's unlike any role I've seen him play. Now, albeit he was, I think, like 14 when he did that, but
yeah, that was one of his best roles.
I think so. Yeah, I think he did a phenomenal job in that. Trying to help his mom, Naomi Watts. She's hurt, and he's trying to.
His horror when he sees the back of her knee is like totally ripped off.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
I guess I did see part of that. I think I remember this movie. Yeah, he did a really good job. The problem is you end up, if you stick in a role for a certain amount of time, you get pigeonholed into it. You get typecast. Look, Robert Downey Jr. is actually a really good actor, but where everybody thinks of him, they think of Iron Man. I mean, this is like way back when he was young, but if you watch like Less Than Zero, I think it's
Back to School, but that's just me.
Oh, well, he was hilarious in Back to School. I'm trying to think. I think he was in Weird Science too.
Yeah.
And he was one of the bullies in Weird Science. Yeah. He played some bullies when he was younger too.
Heart and Soul, he was in that.
Yeah, but everybody's just going to remember him for being Iron Man. So, is that something? Yeah, okay. By the way, I'm also kind of excited because of the Punisher being in this. I like the guy that's playing the Punisher, so I'm hoping this all works out really well. I do not like the fact that Mark Ruffalo's in this movie. God, I hope it's only for a couple of minutes. Fuck him.
You're right. Ruffalo's good.
We discussed at one point, I think, that the Punisher wasn't really being the Punisher because there was like no going around killing people and stuff. He had PTSD, and they were like trying to take him down from an R-rated Punisher to like a PG-13, basically, so he could fit into the Spider-Man universe, because Spider-Man universe is generally PG-13.
Yeah, Frank Castle is like, he doesn't have PTSD. He's beyond PTSD. He's acknowledging that, I don't have PTSD. Like the character of Frank Castle, he's like, no, PTSD isn't what I'm about. It's about punishment. We're beyond accountability and rehabilitation and recidivism or everything. It is just straight punishment. I mean, he is a borderline a robot designed to kill bad guys. The end. That is his character, and that's what makes him such a tragic.
If it bleeds, I can kill it.
Yeah, and it's tragic.
You got time to bleed.
And before that, and that's the tragedy of Frank Castle's character. So to tone him down and be like, he doesn't wrestle with any of the people the bad people he's killing, because he knows that they deserve to die. And
it's one of the Graham, it's one of the key reasons that Ghost Rider's penance there doesn't work on him.
Correct.
Right.
Because he legitimately does not feel any guilt for what he is doing.
Yes.
The penance there,
no conscience.
Yes.
Feeds on your guilt, and he has fucking zero. Yeah. That's why it doesn't work on him.
So how's he gonna have PTSD if he has no guilt about killing?
Exactly.
That's a great point.
Spider, what are we looking at? Who is that supposed to be? Anyone?
I'm thinking it may be Hammerhead.
Who? Hammerhead.
Hammerhead? Yeah. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this. We're gonna get some new villains, it looks like, and some street level ones, not a bunch of, and we're not gonna have a Thanos or anything like that in this. It's gonna be interesting to see him just deal with street level guys, which is what Spider-Man is basically about. His bad guys aren't like aren't godlike or anything else. He's just dealing with normal people. And hopefully,
do any of you guys think we're going to see a Vulture cameo in this, or that because we're seeing the Scorpion, and remember Scorpion and Vulture are both in prison together, and Scorpion says to hey, I know who Spider-Man is. I don't know if we're
not anymore.
Well, no, I know, and then everybody knew, and now nobody knows because of the end of No Way Home. But
nobody does know.
No,
nobody
out of prison. I wonder if Vulture is also out of prison.
I wish I could meet nobody. I don't know if they'll bring that'll get a little bit crowded because we've got these guys. I forget
the Hand.
The Hand. You've got the Hand. You've got Scorpion. You now probably looks like you got Hammerhead. That makes sense. I mean, at this point, you're just like
overstuffed.
I mean, they're going to be doing James Gunn verse here.
Are they rolling Kingpin and Daredevil into this too?
God, I hope not.
I haven't heard about Kingpin, but
I don't want to hear any more about.
I mean, how do you
Daredevil.
have the Hand and not have like Daredevil or Elektra?
Well,
I guess you're right on that end, but God, it's going to get crowded then, and that's
Is it going to be another case of so many cameos but no real plots because you have no time to follow the storyline to develop the characters in the movie? They're just there.
I thought No Way Home did a really good job of juggling that. It was just about right, but
you had one specific plot point that you could keep them all in, and it's hard to do. It's hard to focus all that. That's the same thing with Infinity War too. That's why it works so well with so many people, because you got everything focused into one. You got everybody into one line. Everything's focused. And it's really hard to do that on a regular basis. It takes some real talent, and not everybody has the chops for that. So, I would recommend, I wouldn't even put this many people in it. I mean, it just, I didn't know how many, I just didn't realize how many people were in this now. I mean,
is he going to sprout 6 arms in this one?
I thought that was going to be part of it.
He's going through the change, right? Isn't that part of his? Is the kind in this storyline?
He might.
I think that's part of this one.
Because I remember in the cartoon, this motherfucker had like 6 arms, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to go that route here or not.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. I can go for that.
I'm not looking forward to watching it, though.
No, I hope he's only in it for that one scene that we see where he comes for advice for him.
Well, they showed a new trailer. It shows him fighting the Hulk, so he's going to be in it at least in Hulk form.
No.
Yeah, that new trailer showed the Hulk, him fighting Spider-Man.
Actual Hulk, not Professor Stupid Hulk.
Yeah, they ditched that. He's back to Banner and Hulk. Apparently.
Yeah, because of fucking what's her fucking twat? What is fucking Jean Grey, right? Isn't Jean Grey fucking with them, and then that's why he turns back into Savage Hulk or whatever?
Apparently. I thought that wasn't confirmed. I thought whatchamacallit was somebody else. The redhead. I don't think she's Jean Grey. I could be wrong. I mean, I know there were rumors around.
Yeah, I think they're only saying that because she's ginger.
Yeah,
I will tell you though, this photo here that's on screen, that is about 500 yards from my house.
Oh,
that is Hertford County Hall, and I do actually have a video on my ex. I just sent it to Donna, but it's in landscape. But I went over there and filmed where they did this scene, but I don't know if it'll get. I don't know if they'll strike it or not.
Oh well, at least we'll get the real numbers on the production and everything on this one, because they'll have to release everything because it was shot in England. I always like that. One thing I like about that's one thing I like about you guys. You make everybody release everything if they just shoot a little bit. They have to release everything before they get their tax credits. So always appreciate that. We should do that in the US. Do the same thing. You want tax credits? Great. We want to see your books. We want to see the entire thing, every penny you spent, where you spent it. I think it should be disclosed. I don't know why there's a perception that this needs to be something private. I think people need to know how much money these people are making and how much they're spending, because it probably I have always contended that there's like money laundering going on in here and shit like that.
Oh, 100%.
Because some of these ridiculous budgets, just don't freaking make sense. I look at a movie and go, this costs $250 million. How?
Pigeon, do you have a long ways version?
Oops.
No,
yeah, that's just the way I upload it.
You have to do everything backwards.
All right,
sideways, actually. Love you know. If you'll just turn your head sideways, right? That in the scene with Peter Parker.
If this looks all familiar.
What happened?
Well, in the scene with Peter Parker. Well,
what is this like? This
like an infection.
Possibly.
I know you're on the other side of the earth, man, but it looks like it's hard to walk over there.
You might have seen it.
What the hell happened?
I was looking at it with my side eye.
Spider-Man.
Good.
Yeah, you can see, as I'm saying it in the video, this is where they filmed that scene with Peter Parker.
He's doing it from about
and the Hulk. That's specifically that part there.
Here.
This is an episode from the Twilight Zone.
This is where the films are part of the
There are ways to turn it, but I just didn't.
I used to walk past it.
Take on Inception is what it is.
See,
you took the words right out of my mouth.
I was taking it from Spidey's point of view.
Oh God.
But you can see, like, where you can see outside there, that was all blocked off,
against,
and it had lights and green screen on it.
That's not helping.
As I'm saying,
stop that.
Put it down,
dude. Stop it.
Roman salute.
Putting your hand out there. That's even worse.
Pigeon,
so yeah, that's
just a little bit.
That's basically where they filmed
behind the scenes. This
Pigeon did it
whole
this way for
front
the
face
people in
was
chat that
covered
are drinking.
and then lit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's goddamn Apple Watch too. No wonder it's crooked.
Laying on the floor, so it works.
Christ, you didn't take GoPros to pigeons.
But yeah, that's
nice
basically literally 500 yards.
This is a very nice country hall. They filmed quite a few things here.
Yeah, they filmed Silo.
No,
there.
I don't want to ever watch that again.
Silo, Grandchester.
Wow.
All right, next time I'll do it properly.
Yeah, I paid you a compliment, and shit, this is what I get.
You know what? That was actually still better than the Odyssey.
Yeah, next time they film something there, I'll go out there and film the actual.
So now that we watched Pigeon's directorial debut there, yeah. So
yeah, hopefully we won't have any more. Jesus.
Dutch angles. What are you talking about?
God. What the hell am I looking at?
Were you drinking when you?
Yeah, now we're all.
Now you can turn your monitor sideways, you fuckers.
You can turn your damn camera sideways too.
No, I uploaded it accidentally that way on Twitter, and I haven't. It's on my phone somewhere.
Don't send that to me.
That was like drunken uploading.
That's it. I'm sending it to you.
That was drunken uploading.
I'm going to send it to you in sepia.
Yeah, don't drink and fucking upload it to Twitter, bro.
Man.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. I uploaded to Twitter and it twisted. It did it itself. I didn't ask it to do that.
Yeah.
Sure, you didn't.
I'm leaving. I just got to
wow, when did Pigeon grow feelings?
I
don't know if we can have him on the panel.
He just puts up with me too much. That'll drive you away.
You know what that is, right? What he just did. That's the British middle finger.
Oh, is it the V? Yeah, the V.
Yeah.
It's not for victory. Yeah,
it's up your ass.
With two fingers.
That's V for victory. But this is up your ass.
Oh, okay.
So, depends on which way you're facing it.
Shouldn't the fingers be closer together?
Well, I think that's the American.
That's a wide ass.
It's the wide angle version.
I was waiting for it, Graham. I knew you were coming with it, bro. The shocker, there it is.
Oh God!
I just pulled up the estimated opening numbers for Spider-Man, and it looks like it's for the opening weekend, 5 to 550 million.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah, well, I mean,
So
even look at
it's
the
gonna
chat. Like,
double.
even Megositch hasn't gone to the movies in years, and she plans on going to see Spider-Man.
Deadline's got it at 264.1 for the weekend. Oh, that's domestic, probably. Or, no, that's worldwide. 264.1 is what they've got on Deadline.
Really?
Am I reading
The
this wrong?
last
What the
movie
fuck is Deadline? No?
Deadline is literally telling me 5 to 550.
What the fuck? All right, hang on. Refresh. This is from an hour ago. Oh, Spider-Man. Sorry, I thought it was Odyssey. Apples, oranges. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm talking about
No,
the Odyssey.
that's about right too. We already said that 264 looks like about where the Odyssey's going to hit.
Yeah,
sorry. 500
easy.
Yeah, I think those numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, the last thing I remember seeing in the theater was Top Gun Maverick. I think was the last thing.
That's awfully American of you.
Well, you know what fucking happens, Beast.
Man, I can't wait for Dune. Dune and Godzilla are the ones that I think I will be at the theater for.
Oh, I'll go see Godzilla. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Oh, cool. I get to leave a review on Fandango for the Odyssey.
Oh, did you get verified? You got verified?
No, on the app for buying the tickets and everything.
Don't show your phone.
Yeah, that's part of the process. Is you got to get verified for Rotten Tomatoes. You have to. I think you have to get your tickets through Fandango, so they have to verify you like that, and then you got to do a whole bunch of other bullshit, which I refuse to do. Which is why you get these skewed numbers now, because the only people who would put up with that shit are the fanatics. That's why the popcorn meter's like so high now, is because I'm not gonna bother with that shit. I just freaking tortured myself for hours creating a video review. And now you want me to torture myself even more? I'm not doing that.
Well, a lot of what I'm... Go ahead, Greg.
Sorry, Macarah. You had a really good point, Roland. They talk about how the downvoting trolls and this, that, and the other. I think it's completely the other direction. I think it's confirmation bias that falsely up jumps these movies. I think it's the other way around.
Well, it's love bombing. I mean, you have both. You have the hate bombers and you have the love bombers.
Yeah, but I think that happens just as often.
You get tens and you get zeros. Okay, you get all these tens. There's no such thing as a 10, and there's no such thing as a 0. I won't even rate the Odyssey a 0 as much as I hate it. I wouldn't give it a 0. That's not fair.
To me, a 0 is the movie you don't make. Is a 0.
Yeah, zero is something that doesn't exist.
Right.
Same thing with 100, in my opinion. There's no such thing as a perfect movie. Come on. Besides what Gary says, I'll argue with him to this day. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is not perfect. There are problems with it. I love Tolkien. Yeah. But I will argue with him all day that is not
Gimli.
perfect.
I don't like the comedic bits with Gimli in Lord of the Rings. Like that's which takes it from 100 down.
Well, believe me, that's far on the bottom of what I got. But I mean, the number one crime, if I'm strictly looking from Tolkien's lens, the number one crime was forgetting the scourging of the Shire, because this whole story is about was it the scouring?
Scouring.
The scourging is the
scouring.
Scouring. Okay, scouring.
Yeah.
God, it's been so long since I read the book.
No,
anyway, the whole message through the Lord of the Rings is that war affects everyone. And that meant the hobbits too.
Yep.
And that was Tolkien fought in wars. So that was the message he was trying to convey through all this is war affects everyone. And if you leave that out, you're screwing around with his message because that they come home and they're happy. Nothing happened to the Shire. They come home and everything's just fine and dandy. Woohoo! Life just continues on. We're a bunch of happy little fucks and nothing happened to us. The whole rest of the fucking Middle Earth is completely fucked up, but our little part of it is just grand. That's a horrible fucking message, okay?
Get off our land!
I mean...
Saruman's death during this at the end of the Scouring of the Shire is also pivotal. Because when he dies and there's that sort of wisp that comes out and it tries to move west and the wind blows it east, and he knows right there in his soul, he's like, oh shit, I don't get to go to heaven. Nope,
you're not coming home. Yeah,
that's brutal.
You screwed yourself, dude. You were supposed to go there and help.
Yes,
and you knew it. And see, and that's all the. God. The freaking Rings of Prime. I swear to God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be real.
I mean, just follow this stupid logic. Okay, the evil guy in the East. I guess it's Haradim. I guess that's where there's Haradim. Can't talk. English is not my first language anyway. Anyways, where they're supposed to be at. That guy's supposed to be Saruman. There's absolutely no doubt about it. So they're gonna have a freaking Grand Elf turn him back to the way he is supposed to be, just so he can go evil again. Make that freaking make any sense to me. I don't understand. And by the way, if Gandalf was going to remember his name, it ain't Gandalf, it's Olorin.
Yeah, I was just saying
that would be the name he would remember.
Yeah.
Gandalf is the name the hobbits and the race of men gave him. That is not his name. Just like Mithrender is the name the elves gave him. And just like the dwarf name that I can't fucking pronounce. Holy shit. I can't speak.
You're saying he didn't get his name from a stick?
No.
Or from a tree,
no.
I suppose. Yeah.
Or for
a bushel of trees.
Or for some retarded freaking hobbit type.
Thank you, Grand.
It's a grand elf.
You're a grand elf.
It's
grand elf.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, you stupid show. I swear to God. Let me meet Payne and McKay somewhere. Let me meet them in a dark alley somewhere where there ain't any cameras or witnesses. I swear to God. I
love it.
That no one will ever see them again, and Tolkien will finally be able to rest.
You're able to express all the rage I have for this very eloquently. I appreciate.
Oh, because I've raged over this. There's this website I hang out on that's about Conan, but they have like all these threads, and before I got into doing YouTube, I was actually writing reviews specifically for this because some people wanted to hear from me specifically about the Rings of Prime. And they'd like read, and this is just like, I just like let out. I mean, it's like complete and utter rage for like 2 seasons. And then like, I'll post like announcements, and when stuff comes out, I'll let everybody know this is what I think's going on here and blah, 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 blah. Anything to do basically with Lord of the Rings. And when I announced that Bezos had signed off on the final 3 seasons, one of the comments is somebody tells me you're not going to survive this.
The trouble I had with the Rings is, like, of all the things, the one thing that really got to me, and it was almost instant, it was when a sail looks up and a rock falls. It's like they got the prose of Tolkien and they didn't understand how prose works. So when they tried to inject that into the first 10 minutes of Rings of Power, it completely destroyed the story straight away. That first 10 minutes.
It comes off like somebody who was told what you're saying is profound because you had a bunch of professors and teachers that told them their entire life that, hey, you're important, you matter, you've never been allowed to fail, everything you do is awesome. And that's what it sounds like. There was no, this is rubbish. This needs to go in the bin. You need to start over because you have completely misinterpreted what I've been teaching you for the last few years.
Yeah.
They never had a professor do that. All they did. Yeah, yes, exactly.
It's like a theatre kid rewriting. Well, you could say it's like a theatre kid rewriting Romeo and Juliet and setting it in LA, but not doing what Romeo and Juliet did and using the old text.
They don't understand.
They're using their own.
Doing an adaptation of Tolkien is like trying to touch up the Mona Lisa. If you're going to do that, you sure as fuck better know what the hell you're doing, because you are taking a masterpiece and you are trying to add on to it or interpret it in a different way. It is with the absolute utmost care and delicacy that you need to approach that. And instead, they take a fucking woke DEI hammer to the canvas. I just don't understand it.
Well, it's like saying you're trying to restore a painting, but you end up just scrapping it and recreating it as something else that sort of resembles it, but it's not.
Sure, yeah. It's ink on canvas for the similarity stop.
Because evil can only destroy and fucking pervert. They cannot create. That's what it is.
Like Morga.
You corrupt. That's all evil does is corrupt. But what Graham said, I tried to give like the first season a chance, and that's where I literally lost it, is when he says, do you know why a boat floats and a stone does not? I'm like, fucking buoyancy. And then he's like, because the boat looks at the sky and the rock looks at the ocean floor or whatever the fuck. I'm like, fuck off this show already.
They try to be profound, but they end up making absolutely no sense.
You sound like a bunch of retards.
Do you know why a heart stinks, but a breath does not? Like,
I just sent a picture in the private chat about what. Yeah, see, there you go. That's what the Rings of Power is. This is Lord of the Rings on the left.
Yes.
There's Rings of Power on right.
Yep. And the funny thing is, Gary said a long time ago, and I forget which one he said. He said one of these guys is actually supposedly a real nerd, and supposedly knows this nerd shit. I'd like to know which one of these dumb fucks is supposed to know something about Tolkien, because neither one of them do.
That's like calling James Gunn a DC nerd.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't know Clark Kent's middle name. Somebody else take that question, please. It's exhausting at times. Literally, it is exhausting dealing with this shit. And
all of fandom is exemplified. I think the biggest example of this, of they're just completely missing the mark, was that Disney Star Cruiser. That was a physical manifestation of where you just a money sink, but something in the real world that was just you want to see how far they're missing the mark? Look at this. I know it's gone now, but that to me was the perfect. That was the monument to all of Hollywood and all of these people and what they think is important in a physical piece. Just going,
a hotel with no windows. No windows.
And no doors.
And if you wanted to see space, you could go and play a little computer game and that you could shoot.
How are you going to immerse yourself?
$5,000 a night.
I know.
That's what killed it. Money over mattering.
Bro,
when they tore up that mousy broad that fucking went there, and she's trying to hype it the whole time, but she's like talking shit. She's low key talking shit through her whole fucking video, but she's trying to hype it, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, darling, just stop. What are you doing?
Oh, you mean the one with the kid out of the Goldbergs?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Marlon did a video on her. I know Jay's brought her up, like a few of the people. Because they kind of got lit up for going quote unquote going after her, and all they said was like she's talking shit about it while trying to hype it up.
Yeah, that was an abject disaster.
What is this again?
Promo they did for
Galaxy's Edge. It was a hotel.
It's a Star Cruiser hotel.
Oh, the Star Cruiser. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the one they were trying to get, I think, Jay and Ryan to go. or something. Like they were trying to get Jeremy to send them to it. But it's like $6,000 a fucking night or
Ryan trapped in a room like that. First of all, Jay wouldn't fit on one of those beds. Freaking the Jolly Green
but
Giant would never fit on one of those.
Yeah, well,
that
would have been internet. That would have been internet gold having Jay and Ryan stuck in one of those tiny fucking rooms together.
Oh, they would have killed each other. Well, no, Ryan would have killed Jay. Jay's too nice.
Yeah, it's gone, Donna. It's destroyed.
Yeah, I thought so.
It barely made it a year before they closed it up because they couldn't even get like 50% capacity for it's supposed to be like between a 2 and 3 day experience. So it was rotating out every 2 to 3 days. And like they couldn't even get like 50% occupancy on that, and you're just not going to make any money. And like I saw the rooms, and like I had flashbacks to Westpac's being on a Navy ship and being squished into spaces like that. I'm like, okay, I did this for work. I don't want to do it for fun. What in the hell is wrong with you people?
Especially for that price point, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the shuttle that when they would fly you to the Star Cruiser in a shuttle? It was a fucking box truck, not dressed up like anything. They just shoved you in the back of like a 17-foot box truck and then drove you to the thing.
Yeah, UPS truck.
Did you see the meals that they were doing? The meals were terrible. It was just basically coloured food colourings and everything to make it all look blue.
Well, they'll they put those two in a room together, and it would be a planes, trains, and automobiles moment.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think it would have been a lot worse. Putting Ryan in there with Jay, that wouldn't have been plane, trains, and automobiles. That would have been Psycho. That would have been Psycho or freaking The Shining or something like that. Ryan would kill Jay. Jay would not survive because Jay's too nice. I mean,
I think it would have been planes, trains, and automobiles. I think Jay would have been John Candy, and Ryan would have been Steve Martin. And
calling Jay fat.
If they ever do that fucking cannonball run or whatever, they talk about it sometimes on like FNT and stuff.
Yeah, man,
bro. Jay and Ryan gotta fucking do that cross country trip together.
You mean FNT? Yeah,
the FNT crew. They were all talking about like
Jackass. Yeah, get the Jackass
like teaming up and then driving cross country or something like.
They almost did. They almost did that already. They went to DC together, except Jeremy was thrown in, and Ryan admitted that part of the way there he wanted to jump out of the vehicle
because old Jeremy talked about was the fucking Odyssey
and Bucky's.
Movie was not even out yet.
You know that East Coast trip or the nationwide trip of Route 66 that you can drive that old highway and see everything. I would love to see Ryan and Jay do the Route 66 and do vlogs at the stops.
Yeah, I mean, it'd take them a good month to do.
That would be
fucking
trains
great.
And automobiles in a nutshell, right there.
I think Ryan has worked out that his vlogs are really good.
Okay, so you got to get fucking Gary and like Jeremy together, like them two dumb fucks together.
Oh, I don't ever want to. No, I've worn Gary's glasses. Okay. This fucker has no business driving anywhere. I literally, my eyes and head hurt for minutes after putting them on. Literally, one of the meetups, I said, "Let me." I said, Gary, let me put your glasses on. He's like, "Sure, here." And I'm just like, "Holy fuck!" I said, "I can't fucking see, dude." And he's just laughing at me. Yeah, he's fucking blind. So I don't feel bad. Like freaking Friday, I left him a hell of a racist joke, and he just like finished reading it, and he's just like staring into the camera.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys want me to. No, it's just like kind of like a defeated look on his face, like this asshole's done it to me again. I don't know if you want me to tell the joke here, but because it's
Gary needs Dr. Midnight's goggles.
I don't think anything
helps. 2 hours, so you could.
To be fair, when you do a lot of drugs, you definitely have repercussions.
That is part of it. Yeah, that is part of it. These are repercussions for.
So you know.
Yeah.
But they say they can't even help him anymore. They've raised the prescription as high as they can raise it for him. He can't be helped anymore. And
if he went in to get LASIK, they'd turn him away.
They wouldn't do it. They can't help him.
Because even with the LASIK, it only fixed so much of the rods and cones, and then you still would have to have glasses anyway.
Yep.
So you know what? When we finish the stream, I'll tell you guys off stream, because that way it doesn't.
There we go.
But Ryan is sitting there smiling. He's got this shit-eating grin on his face right after the joke for like 2 minutes. He just loved it, and after it was over, he was like, "Yeah, that was creative."
All right. Well, I want to hear this joke, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap on that note. And let's get on out of here. Let's do these outros.
Make sure somebody keeps recording so we can blackmail Rohlin later.
Spider, what we got coming up, guy?
We'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. for the Monday mashup. Tossing her.
Yeah. Mr. Rohlin the Wretched, what you got going on, my brother?
Okay, well, like I already said, my Odyssey review is out there. You can watch me melt down for about 25 minutes discussing all the things I didn't like about the Odyssey. Tomorrow night, I will be on Monday Night Meltdown. I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm sure we'll discuss this box office for the Odyssey, among other things, and we'll just have a grand old time and being retarded, because that's usually what we are. And hopefully the stream won't break like it's done in the past, leaving me and Toxic Man Flu to run a stream, because that was a joke.
We wouldn't know anything about that sort of thing. It doesn't happen here.
And I'm on X, and if you could all throw me like a whole bunch of subscriptions so I could get my sub rate up to like 100K, and then I'd feel pretty safe about telling all these racist jokes on my channel. So that'd be a great help. Then I feel kind of emboldened at that point, because I don't think they would cancel me if I had like 100,000 subs or something like that. But that's about it. Of course, I will see you guys next Sunday. And thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming by, man. Always a welcome addition, Mr. Rohlin the Wretched, Mr. Livid Pigeon himself. What you got going on, my brother?
I'm just learning to use Da Vinci at the moment, and I've lost all will to live. Really, I mean, I say it. I don't know how you edit some of you people. It's so over my head. But I'm learning.
We'll teach you how to put the video long ways.
Good one, Sal.
Yeah, maybe you should check out that tutorial first, my brother. All right, Miss Macarah Mac, what you got going on, sis?
Oh, I got it.
You got him. He's gone.
I've been watching the good versions of the Odyssey and all the other good mythology shows that I enjoy.
Yes, you have.
So, and then, on Wednesdays, I have my streams over there on Real Talk, and you can.
Yeah. Hey, y'all go check out Macarah on the X, man. She's always posting up stuff. She does her little clip videos, and she just posted up, like she said, all of the good mythology movies. She got a little collage going on. She's our little artist doing her damn thing. Hell yeah.
Yep, and I did a little video for my Stargirl review. Like I said, I don't really like to do like reviews on YouTube, so I just do my reviews on Twitter and just do montages, kind of like clips.
Yeah. Miss Donna Doc, what we got going on, sis?
Well, since they've already mentioned tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to have our usual shit show, and this week it's going to be Cajun Corey and Miss Deborah Perkins. So
yeah.
Entertaining. And then Sunday, we were debating doing a versus of The Great Escape and Von Ryan's Express. So I'll give and see if we're still going to be doing that or not.
All right. I was today years old when I found that out. All right, guys.
Don't pay attention in the
Surprise.
Mr. Graham. It's quiet down. It's Graham's Ultra. Shh. Go feed Jake, Donna. All right, Mr. Graham Robbins. What you got coming up, my guy?
Yeah. Tomorrow for the Monday mashup, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then back Thursday. That'll be fun with Deborah. Deborah's always fun. And Corey, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to have dad jokes. I bet the farm on that one.
I might have to turn up for that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
All right, bro.
I'm streaming later this week too. So,
you know, if Roland wants to pop in after he gets off work, we'll throw him a link in case he wants to pop in for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. I am Beastman over at Ocean Man Productions and the Beast 87. Go and check me out over there. I'll be on Multi stream tonight. I think that's 8 p.m. Central. I don't know. It's sometime. Check out Multi, bro. I'll be over there tonight. I also just dropped my newest music video that I did up on my page. It's pinned on my profile on X. So go and check that out. Give it a like. Give it a listen. Let me know what y'all think, man.
Also,
tell the ones you love that you love them. And as always, remain blessed. We're out of here, y'all.